Hello.
Hello. How are y'all?
Hey, wicked. How's everybody doing tonight?
Good. I'm feeling a little under the weather, but I'm here.
Well, thanks for being here. Hey, Addi, welcome back.
Thank you.
Glad to be back on track again with things. So I have to say, first I have to apologize to everybody for giving you the wrong information. I was under the assumption that Sunday night's episode of Jersey was the season finale. Some blogger, I forget who, had said it was only a 12-episode season, and that was episode 12. So I'm like, that's the last one. But there's another one. So next week is the season finale. That's on me. Holy crap. I kept watching this show, because I didn't know until the end that there was another episode. I'm like, when are the fireworks going to start to happen? But Margaret Josephs.
Yeah, Margaret is savage. Like, absolute.
Like, I could only hope to think, we're cut from the same cloth. We're both Aries. We're both New Yorkers. And I was like, God, why did I ever think of that? But we'll get there. Let me say hi to everybody, and then we'll get going. To the top. Okay. Hello, Sly, my fighting champion. Hey, a pre-show super chat. Thank you, Roro, for that.
Thank you,
Roro.
Roro.
Really nice to see. MTT, hi, Candy. Paula Velvet. Ruth Ann, MW, Cousin Joe, Sheila, I said that already. Jay Freak, Ruth Ann, Mia's mommy. Let's see. Perfectly. Linda S. Barbie. Barbie's birthday was yesterday, everybody. Wish her happy birthday.
Barbie.
Happy birthday, Barbie.
Coco. Kind of going slow here, sorry. Amanda. Becky S. Plant Lover. If I missed somebody, I'm sorry. That was kind of easy, though. All right. First off, I wanted to thank, I got a gift from somebody, and God forbid, I don't go out of my way. No. But I wanted to thank Ruth Ann and for sending me, you know how much I love Grimace. So she found a holiday Grimace from like the pop things from McDonald's, and it's like in a protective case, so like it's kind of like you can't really see it that good, but and I don't want to take it out of the box because you never take it out of the box. But thank you so much, Ruth Ann, for thinking of me.
So it has like an actual plastic.
Like, annoying.
That's nice.
It's in a plastic box, and it's Holiday Grimace. And Grimace and Hamburglar are my two favorite McDonald's characters.
I need that ghosty Grimace.
So, and he's got a scarf on and a Santa hat, and he's adorable, and I love him. So thank you, Ruth Ann, for thinking of me and seeing that. He will be cherished. Also, something else I wanted to say, but I can't think of it right now, so never mind. So let's get into the show. I can actually play my intro. I forgot that I've been using it. Oh, it still needs to be. MTT, we still need to get on this intro. Hey, Shayna, Shauna. Okay, so let's get into the episode. Where do we start?
First off, hey to everybody who's over in my chat. We are live on my channel as well.
Is that one double posting?
Oh, I'm sorry. We're both on. Oh my God, Addi. It's been a minute. Do you want to say hi to your followers on your channel?
There was no one in there because my channel is asleep because it hasn't been used.
No, I think there's a couple because I have mine set on members. So.
Okay. So, Wicked is over there. Mal, hi. Wendy is in there. That's it.
Yeah, I know. It's totally my fault. MTT's been asking me for like forever for like what I want in there, and I just haven't given it to him.
Hello to Gracie.
It's my fault. Yes, that's on me.
And I found the most perfect sign.
I like it.
I love it.
I was shopping and it was a definite must-have.
I don't like it. I love it. Hey, Mel B. Also, Brooklyn may be joining us, and somebody else might be joining us. I don't know. We'll see. But hey, Anna.
Hi, Anna.
The episode was kind of like mostly filler until the very end. But let me see what I wrote down here. I was like texting Cody notes because I ran out of paper. I was using the back of an envelope, and I'm like, what am I doing? Let me pull up Cody's.
So I need to Amazon Prime you a new notebook.
I go through them like crazy. So I'm like, I'm not gonna write stuff on the back of an envelope and have like my cable bill like as my notes. So let me just text it to Cody. So we haven't talked about the show in a minute. Obviously, we were kind of on hiatus from content for a while. Is there anything we want to bring up on past shows that are worth mentioning? I think we covered like the Jen Danielle fight.
Let me tell you what, Danielle is she was like a ninja with that whack.
I love Danielle this season. I couldn't stand her the first season, and I love her now.
Love her now.
I even love her ugly yellow dress that she wore now. That's how much I love her. And I don't think I have it on my feed anymore.
What I like about Danielle is even when you're in their home, it's like she has her kids' artwork on her refrigerator. It's like an authentic, it's like stuff is out and she lives in her home where it's not looks like a stage.
Right. And like Danielle's home is a beautiful home, but it's modest compared to like, Melissa's or Teresa's, they live in castles. And that can't be easy for Danielle to be like, she has a beautiful house, but it's like a regular, colonial. I don't know, is it a colonial? I don't know what it is. It's just a regular Jersey. It's worth a lot of money, but
thank you, Becky.
I think, the first season she was nervous and she picked the wrong side. And now I think she's been humbled. Oh, thank you, Becky S. I appreciate that.
She probably watched last season with a little more open eyes and, this year decided, I'm not going to be someone's follower.
Yes. Did you guys see the Danielle? I watched the whole thing on Danielle's Instagram about how when she was 16, she was like Britney Spears' biggest fan, and they had like a whole MTV like contest and stuff like that. And she was also on like a True Life episode, I think, like I'm a Staten Island Girl or something like that.
Yeah, I do remember. I didn't see it, but she has mentioned that before.
And thank you, Mel B, for the cash app. So. All right, let's get into it. So we have, what do we have? What about the pajama party that they had without Teresa? Isn't it crazy? Like, this was the episode before, like, 2 weeks ago, when they all have like the pajama party and all the girls are there, sans Teresa. And isn't it crazy how all of them can get along and be fine with each other without Teresa being present?
That is
interesting. But not now. It didn't struck me until the end of this episode. Like, this is the first time that Jersey has never went on any trips, not even like a getaway to Atlantic City.
No, yeah, usually you get 2 cash trips per season per Housewives franchise. They do like a little like, a local trip, and then they go to like Europe, right? Like that's how they do it.
And they didn't even do any.
Well,
like they didn't even go to the shore for a weekend.
They tried. They almost. There was something happened.
And as Teresa said, an ohm. This is an ohm. Thank you. I just thank you for it, Melby. Thank you for the cash app.
Sorry, I hate to say.
Teresa would say.
I think that Teresa does that mess up thing with her words sometimes, because her reaction afterwards, oh yeah, okay, yeah, like what you're doing. You're riding that boat. I'm cute. with my words.
You know, you can't even make fun of Teresa anymore for her because she doesn't know words. Thank you, Jay Freak. I'm gonna do it Teresa now. Love, 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 John. But I can't. So at the slumber party, they were talking about like sex, which it made me uncomfortable watching. Like I did not have to hear Jennifer Aiden milk Bill's prostate like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was nightmare inducing.
Yeah.
And the thought,
because Bill doesn't seem like very like beyond a missionary man.
oh, Bill, no, yeah, Bill's a little freaky deek, it seems. No wonder why he had the affair.
You're so funny.
Maybe, you know, he was looking for things that Jen couldn't give him. I don't know. But it was gross.
Or maybe Jen's realized that she needs to give, or he goes.
Okay, yeah, I heard about like if they reboot Jersey with all new housewives, I'll never watch it again. I have not watched one episode of Roni since they've done that. I will not watch it. I don't care about all new people. They did like a half and half reboot with Atlanta. Oh my God, did you hear Atlanta's cast? It's horrendous. Now that Kenya's been fired, let me just real quick about Atlanta because and I love Atlanta. I love Atlanta. And you know, Kenya's my favorite. So she's off because Kenya was being too Kenya. Even I was like, oh, Kenya. Like, and I was like, come on.
No bueno.
But if you guys are fans of Atlanta, like listen to this lineup. Hold on. Candy's off, which I'm fine with because Candy has been so boring the last few seasons. She really brought nothing.
Candy's making dollar bills elsewhere.
So, okay, they brought Cynthia back as a friend. Like, you know, Cynthia was so goddamn boring. I like Cynthia, but she brought nothing. Portia's back, which is cool. I like Portia now. It says Kenya Moore, TBA. Phaedra got her peach back because Kenya, I guess Phaedra got Kenya's peach. And I was never a big Phaedra fan. Like, I know a lot of people love Phaedra, but like, she has like that slow wind up delivery. I'm like, just spit it out already, Phaedra. You know,
Yeah,
so whatever.
Agree.
Phaedra's back, whatever. I don't know what to say about that. Portia's back. I like that. Okay. And then they got rid of Marlo. Why? Marlo's great.
Why did I thought I read something on why they didn't ask her back.
They gave Shamia a peach out of nowhere.
Shamia?
Yeah.
Wow, I haven't seen that one.
Shamia, you know, Candy and Portia's friend is back with the peach. I don't understand how Shamia got Marlo's peach, but okay. And then they hired 3 other brand new housewives. So your cast are 3 new housewives. Portia, Kenya in some regard because she did film with them in the beginning. Phaedra, Cynthia, and that's it. Yawn.
Yeah.
I love Marlo. Marlo is such good TV. And she's not on it at all. I don't know what Marlo did. I was always Team Marlo. Nope, Marlo's off. It took her like what, a decade to get her peach, and then they're like, never mind, we're good.
Yeah, I would like to know what I know it was something, but I can't remember what it was.
I can't get into Dubai, guys. I'm sorry. I that is just too affluentic, if that's a word for me. I can't.
I need to watch that in the winter because the thought of the heat.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, it's a definite. I've watched it just because I'm a fan of Caroline Stansberry, and we think that Beverly Hills is like a life that we can never relate to. Yeah, no, this is like Beverly Hills on crack.
Yeah, like on meth. Like,
Yeah,
this is like Beverly Hills next to like James Leonard's meth clinic attorney office.
Lawyer.
yeah, it's crazy.
That's what that is.
Yeah, yeah. Nene will never be back.
Oh,
Yeah.
speaking of Kim, you know what we watched last
Yeah.
night, and it's actually on tonight. Which, if anybody wants to cover with me, I'd be happy to do it. So, the Surreal Life is back on the second
I saw
episode there
that.
tonight, and Kim Z's on it.
So is Johnny Weir
And
Macy
Johnny
Gray.
Weir's on it, which I can't stand. Macy Gray, who I can't stand. Her voice goes right through me. Like, I cannot stand.
Jose's daughter is on it.
Jose Canseco's daughter is on it, the model. But Macy, hi everybody, it's Macy Gray. I can't.
But she's
I
a
can't
bully.
stand
She's a
her.
So funny.
I'm sick. I'm 60 years old, and I still sound like a baby.
You sound just like her.
I can't.
You sound just like her.
I can't take it seriously
Yes.
because she sounds like
We're
this.
gonna have to do karaoke.
I know, I'm
with
gonna-
Macy Gray.
I try to walk away and I stumble.
Oh my God. Here's your Emmy.
Give me a Grammy now. I could do Macy Gray better than
Here's
her.
your. I'll just give it all to you. Here's your EGOT.
I can't stand her voice. Chet Hanks is on it. Tom Hanks is like,
Yeah.
gangsta son,
And
the black
Kim's
sheep.
definitely trying to bang that to get in the family bucks.
He's already banging Kim Z. You see them go into the bathroom and screw.
And the model one too.
Listen,
It says 6 weeks later,
Chet's-
and it shows them walking into the bathroom.
Chet's a good-looking guy. I mean, I could have hit it.
I go to the bathroom with him.
So I'm just saying, but if anybody wants to cover the Surreal Life with me, John Macy Gray, we'd be happy to do it, y'all. I can't stand her voice. And then who else is on it? A couple. The kid who was in Made in Manhattan, who was like Teen Wolf, and I don't know other people. I don't know. I enjoyed a Surreal Life, so I'll be watching it. What is it on?
We actually.
It's
I
on
found it
MTV.
because of Kim Z.
It's on MTV, but you can play it if you have the Paramount app. That's how I watched it.
I've got it all
if anybody
recorded.
wants to cover
But I
that, I'm
forgot.
happy to do it.
Okay, because it's like 3 episodes in, so I'll have to.
No, it's only we don't know. It should only be 2.
Yeah, tonight's the second episode.
Okay.
Okay,
I haven't
yeah,
seen in
my
them yet.
apologies.
I try to walk away and I stumble. I try to hide it. It's here.
My world crumbles when you are not here.
I think like Macy Gray only has one song that I know, and
It was like the one
That's the
song.
only one I know, but I
mean,
love
she
it.
got a Grammy. Like, I'm not trying to take anything away from her. I just can't stand her voice. That's all. Like, you're 16, you still have a baby voice. No. Anywho, back to Jersey. Okay. Half hour in, no Jersey coverage.
Thank you, Macy.
I do have to say that I like how we covered OC the other day.
Oh, I loved it. And OC's on Thursday night.
Did you
Don't
tell
forget.
them Did they see the women's?
Oh, did you guys watch the gymnastics, like the Simone Biles and all that? We've been hooked. So good.
Snoop Dogg is the commentator we never knew we needed.
Oh, he has been so good. He's so cute up in the dancing with Simone. She's that.
No, Linda, I boycotted Big Brother ever since I auditioned and didn't get on the show. I haven't watched it in years.
Well, you filmed, but they didn't pick up the show on that episode. So
I've been on a Big Brother boycott since they were like, no, we don't want you on our show.
I've got it all recorded.
Sorry.
I just haven't watched anything. I've been crocheting a lot.
I see it behind you.
I can't wait to join.
All right, let's get back to the show. Okay, so we're talking about the milking the prostate gross, and I'm gonna jump because it didn't really pick up to like middle to the end.
It's kind of boring at the start.
And if you guys want to jump in and let me know if I missed something that's important, but I was gonna go right to the joint guys' night.
Oh my goodness.
That was interesting. I do have to say that, how we've talked about Gia joining in on the, mom's conversation. Apparently we're not the only ones because people online are like, is that just weird? And I'm like, yeah, no, definitely weird. But just thought I'd bring that up. Okay. So the joint guys night. Well, thank you, LB.
Thank you, Mel B. I don't have any like instrument. I have the accordion. Where's Suzy Q?
The tamarine's down there.
Where's Suzy Q?
The tamarine's in the.
I still haven't learned roll off the barrel, so.
We've been trying to survive. I mean, the song can wait. We got to survive first.
But we'll get there.
I have a zapper.
Roll out the barrel of fun. See, I learned it.
Yes.
Where's the other one that we have?
I'm going to be on tour in a few months. All right, so we have the double guys night. You know, Joe Gorga has guys night with Frank Catania, Joe Bonino, John Fuda in the pajamas, which I thought was gold. He shows up in the pajamas, you know,
Did they
because
show Evan coming in later, but not really on camera?
no, I don't think Evan went there at all. Did you see Evan? I didn't
No.
see him.
I thought I saw Evan in the background on one
No,
of
they
them.
said he had an event that, like, you know, his kids had like a sporting event that he had to be there. I didn't see Evan.
Okay, because I thought he was.
And
in the
usually, I know Evan's a hottie, so when he's, I look when he's there.
Did you see the guy pulled over the car here? I said John's probably gonna freak out.
yeah, somebody pulled somebody over
I texted you. I said,
across the
and
street.
the cops
Oh my God.
just in front of the house. As soon as you saw
and then you have the other guys' night consisting at, you know, Teresa and Louis, Louis, Paulie, and Bill. And Louis' creepy son, who is creepy like Louis is. They're both creepy. Like, you know, I don't know why Louis' creepy son has to be in every scene when they're at the house. And he's always like in a corner like this. It's just weird.
I'm telling you, they are working hard for a spinoff of some kind.
Yeah, wait,
I
hold
want
on.
them in. I want
Wait,
all
wait,
of
wait,
them.
Let me turn the camera. Wait, hold on. Cody, do it. So this is like the scene, and then
you see his leg, but then
Cody, do it. There's Louis' son, right there. He's always
We love our movie tree.
always somewhere, man. You know, whatever.
they were making the food. He was in the background carrying a tray of rolls, looking at the camera.
And like, so Louis set up this, like, you know, whole podcasting studio thing in their basement for Teresa, whatever. And Louis' great idea is for all these big straight men to do like lovey-dovey videos for like their wives and girlfriends.
It was so incredibly awkward. Like,
And
hi,
I
babe.
can tell you-
It's Louis, your husband.
Hello there. I love you. No, but the one I found the cringiest was Bill.
No,
Bill?
Louis was definitely like, oh,
Bill
hi,
Avery.
I'm so happy to marry you, and I love you, and like you're a great
And
stepmother.
did you hear
and
at
I'm
the
like,
end? He goes, "Oh,
why
that
is he
wasn't
so
rehearsed."
creepy?
Nobody said it was rehearsed. Why do you even have to throw it out there? Because it was rehearsed.
He's
I mean, it
just
was just
so creepy.
He is creepy. Why can't you just call her and leave her a voicemail?
We're
Or a
making a
text.
video for you, and like I would have to think, because Teresa's like an Italian woman, and I come from a very Italian family, and even in my head, I have to think that Teresa's sick of this. Like, you know, like enough with this bullshit already. Like, you know, because she's, you know, her first husband Joe was the total opposite of this one, right? You know, Joe was like a man's
He's
man, like,
standoffish.
you know, didn't give a.
Yeah, Louis like all up in your face and in your business all the time.
Did anybody ever watch the movie Bedazzled with Brendan Fraser and what's her name, the hot British lady, Elizabeth Hurley? Anybody ever watch that movie?
No.
You
no.
guys
Where
know?
she was the devil and she did the wish.
She was a devil, and
It's a
she
great
gave him.
movie.
If
funny.
you ever watch Bedazzled, that movie, Louis reminds me of the part where Brendan Fraser plays like the sensitive guy that
Sitting on the beach.
like,
yep.
you know, oh my God, the sunset's so beautiful, like pouring tears. Like I just, he is just so yucky. I mean, would you dote over that, guys, if he did that for you? If Cody did that video for me, like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
First
Like,
of all,
I'd be like,
I would never do a video like no.
would you be like anybody in the chat? Like if your husband did that for you, and like
I leave you notes.
I'd be
and,
like,
whatever
ew.
here and there, but I don't do videos for you. Like, oh hey baby, like how you doing? I'm missing you. Like, no, I miss you, love you, have a
He
great
was
day. Bye.
MW. He totally was. I and then Paulie is like, "Hey, Dolores, see you later."
I'm going through what I'm going through. It'll be there when I get back.
You can look on Paulie's face when like he was like, "Oh, we have to do this." Like, it's so
I
weird.
didn't understand the purpose of it.
Me neither. They
Yeah,
acted like they
other
were
than-
going away for like a year or something. Like, I don't understand what the video thing was. They were only going away for 2 days, but then the house burnt down, so now they're not leaving.
If Cody ever did that to me, I would take him to the hospital because he had a mild stroke. Like, I don't know.
I would go to the hospital
No.
if I ever tried to even do that.
What's
I'd be
wrong?
like, what am I even
The way Bill was talking is the only way. That's you talk if you're going to talk to your wife like that, you do it in the privacy where no one can see it or hear it, because that was I mean
love you.
I baby with my husband because that's just our thing, my thing, and he puts up with it, but I would not do that in front of people.
Yeah, it was weird.
I mean, I would leave a note, like maybe like in our suitcase and be like, hey babe, I hope you have a great time, missing you, and best wishes or whatever. Something like that, but I wouldn't make a video and be like, oh, here you go. Like it's the last time I'm ever gonna see you.
Weird.
Yeah, and it's
weird.
like they're going to be on some deserted island, with
like they're shipwrecked or something.
And then
like,
conversely, over at Club Gorga, you have them doing the bone marrow shots, and poor John Fuda, I guess he found out he was allergic to bone marrow the hard way. And does a bone marrow shot and almost goes into anaphylactic shock, needs fucking epinephrine.
He was the one that kept drinking and drinking and drinking. They're like, oh, okay, that's 3, that's 4, that's 5.
No, it had nothing to do with the liquor. He had to have been allergic to the
maybe
the
if he just put his lips on there just one time, it wouldn't have been so bad. But he stayed there for a while and just kept.
And here's why I love the Gorgas and Melissa and Joe, is because all like that half the paramedic team came, the police were there, and Joey's like, I'm gonna feed you all, and I'm like, that's very cool.
Yes, I love it.
Even when the paramedics were there, what did Joe say? Hey Melissa, you might want to come down here and take care of this. You might want to come down here and take care of this, Melissa.
I did like that. I thought, okay,
whole
put us
scene
out
in
of
the bathroom
service.
was
We're having steaks from the Gorgas.
The
I
whole
thought
scene
that
in the
was
bathroom was
very nice. And then you see them like the cops, the paramedics, like all sitting down at the bar eating steak, and goddamn, that steak looked good. That's like the best steak you ever probably put in your mouth. My mouth was watering watching it, even when it was raw. I was like, ugh. I was like, get that out right now.
I think Phoebe
Like
jumped
the
out.
company, that's just like a cool concept, because they were like, interesting concept. I wonder where, I guess there's always a market for something, but I did like it.
Have some steak. Have some steak before you go. And they're all sitting there eating their steak. It was great. I loved it.
Yeah, that whole part was hilarious with all of them, and when they got into figuring out why he was, looking at and the fact that Joe goes and gets ice,
And he's rubbing the ice all over. It's like my Greek wedding. It's like Windex. Here, try some Windex. It fixes everything. But he was trying. Like they really
as he
did
was
care about
swelling
each
more
other.
and more.
Melissa, you might need to come down here and take care of this.
He's like, Ma, you want to come downstairs? I don't know what to do here.
See, while everybody's in the bathroom with me.
And Joe
I will
Nino
say
is like,
just-
hospital, call him now. He's gonna die. I'm like, look at Joe taking the reins.
He's going. I was like, oh, you go, Joe.
Yeah, then Joe. I mean, it's always something with the Gorgas. At least they're funny and they're entertaining and they deliver. I would much rather watch Joe Gorga wipe John Fuda down with some ice cube while he's peeing at the same time and serving cop steak than having to hear Louis and Bill Aiden creepily leave yucky messages for their wives. I don't know. That's what I know where I'd rather be.
That they all cheat on.
Stop.
Well, it's true.
Allegedly.
You're running off deserves an island with naked men, and the other ones already had affairs.
Yeah.
Joe Gorga was peeing. There was like 35 people in that bathroom. Paramedics, John Fruta, the police. It was like something about Mary when he got the beans above the Frank.
I guess when you gotta go, you gotta go. I mean,
he just turns around and
I'm like, what? You only got one bathroom in this mansion of your house? You don't have one down the hall you can use?
I love the men's relation. You know, go ahead, Addi, sorry.
I said, no, he saw the toilet and that was it.
I mean, the men could really have, and only in Jersey you had the men dynamic with the husbands like this, and they could have their own show easily.
I'd be in for it.
Someone had made that comment today about the whole rebooting, and it's like, you know, this show has such a dynamic that the other shows don't, in particular because of the men's relationships.
Yeah, and and if you reboot it, you're going to lose all of that.
Yeah, because they could 100% do a show just on the guys.
And you know, I have a lot of women friends, and they tell me like that their husbands watch Jersey with them because they like the men's part. Like, you know, usually a lot of straight guys don't watch The Real Housewives. Like, you know, it's not really their market, but you know, it's they have their own thing there, and I hope they don't reboot it. I won't watch it ever again. I mean, I also heard that they might keep like Danielle and Rachel, and then like, you know, put everybody new in there. Just get rid of Teresa and Jen, Aiden.
Yes, I'm right there. I was going to say the two of them, and I think the whole show could
problem solved.
Yes.
Well, I know people have been saying, you know, like Melissa doesn't have a storyline, Margaret doesn't have a storyline, that Teresa's their storyline. But like outside, what is Teresa's storyline?
Margaret.
She met with her brother, hated his guts, went to jail, still fighting with her brother, and now she's in this love bubble.
Teresa's whole storyline is, I'm going to get Margaret. Like, that's her whole storyline.
Right. It's like,
you know, Margaret's storyline this year has been pretty much a little bit with Joe and his possible cancer. But no one's really had like a central storyline, like Rachel, you know, with her kid, you know, being delayed in, you know, progress. But, you know, Danielle, I would say her trying to reconnect with her father. No, Dolores, I don't know what her storyline. She's trying to get married to Paulie or the business or nothing's really that hardcore in terms of story this year for anybody.
Yes.
Because I mean, Paul's not stupid. The reason you go into business with a woman is because you know, like when you're bidding contracts, guess what? You're kind of towards the top of the barrel because you're owned by a woman.
Oh yes, Paulie not getting divorced.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe that's why they cut. Jersey always gets cut short with seasons. I hate it. Like Jersey is my favorite franchise, and they always get lowballed. You know, Beverly Hills will get 24 episodes. Jersey gets 13. It's like, what? It's annoying.
Do you think though that after this dinner, like it just imploded so much that they couldn't film anymore?
All they have to do is get rid of Teresa. Hell,
I know that.
Even keep Jen. I don't even keep Jen Aiden. Just get rid of Teresa. You know why? Because the second you get rid of Teresa, Jen Aiden will fall in line with everybody else.
Yes, and she'll find her new person.
You know, Jen has like I can't stand Jen, but she has her moments where she'll make me laugh here and there. You know, and I feel
her
like
impressions are funny. She's really good.
Yeah, her impressions are spot on. They remind me of you.
She can redeem herself, but she has to, you know, be Teresa's guard dog, and it's very clear. And get rid of Teresa. That's it. You know, if you want to bring somebody back from the old cast, who would be good? Danielle. I don't know. I can't stand Danielle. But if you want to bring someone controversial back, you know, to fill in Teresa's spot, you can do that. I mean, I would love if they brought Jacqueline back, but she's in Vegas, so Dina was always a snooze in my books. Dina never brought anything to the table for me. Caroline, I think that's out because she's suing Bravo.
And that's sad. I love Caroline.
Rosie, maybe? I love Rosie.
Oh, she's awesome. Yes, she's a lot of fun. She and Frank and Joe, the three of them together, are hilarious.
But I hope to God they don't reboot it, because I will never watch it again, just like New York. I've not watched one episode of New York. I'm not going to learn. It's like Salt Lake City. I tried getting into Salt Lake City. Couldn't get into it. I just didn't care about new people. Just like Dubai. I tried to watch it. Couldn't get into. Well, Dubai is just so off the rails, money crazy.
I only watched Dubai because I was a fan of Carolyn Stansberry on the UK show. Shoot, I can't remember it. The one, it was on a Bravo show, but I liked her on that.
Yeah.
What was the name of it?
Yeah, I do watch Salt Lake City.
And I even tried with Salt Lake City, because of the whole like Jen Shaw thing. And I'm like, okay, they're sending like helicopters to go get her. This should be interesting. And I watched that. And I'm like,
Ladies of
I
London.
don't know. And they give like that creepy Mary who's like married to her like step grandfather.
Drives me nuts.
That's weird. Ladies of London, perfectly said.
A religious guru.
Ladies
She
of London.
annoys the crap out of me.
So, all right. So where we go? All right. So let's talk about the lunch with Fessler and Margaret, where Fessler tells Margaret about the sit down that Teresa is doing with her attorney, James Leonard, who works adjacent to the meth clinic off the boardwalk in Atlantic City. Now, let me pose this to everybody, since me and Margaret are the same person. I only try to be more Margaret. Jen tells Margaret about this sit down that all Margaret's friends are going to hear Teresa bash Margaret. Boy, that sounds eerily familiar.
Does it?
So one of their friends is having a sit down to screw over Margaret. And Margaret's like, why are you guys going to that? I don't know. I was pretty much on Margaret's side with that. If you were friends with Margaret, how can you go to sit at Teresa's table and have Teresa basically trash Margaret with an attorney? Just sounds familiar.
Right.
Weirdly familiar. Just recently weirdly familiar. I don't know. Was Margaret wrong for like feeling that way, that like her friends are kind of like not being her friends by attending?
I
would
mean,
be hurt. AF.
For Jen Fessler to think that somehow this wasn't going to be a bash Margaret session, she can't be that naive. But and maybe if she were to say, hey, I'm going to go and I'm going to make sure I stand up for you.
That would have been something.
Yes.
But,
but just to go to listen.
Yeah.
Or
not,
just
I'm going to
go.
I mean,
I'm only going here to defend you. That's what I would have said maybe. But, like, I wouldn't have gone. Because I felt that Margaret was right. Like, I would be pissed if all of a sudden all my friends were listening to somebody else trash me. Again, eerily familiar. So where do we stand with that? Would you guys have gone?
I agree with Margaret. And like I said, I don't understand how Jen Fessler didn't think it was anything but going to be a bash session, where she doesn't have the relationship with Danielle like she does with Fessler. So I don't think Margaret cared if Danielle was going to go, just because she's neutral right now. Neutral-ish.
Danielle's reaction to it was kind of like, and the way the phone call ended was like just abruptly, like, okay, whatever, never mind. And
so Margaret's like, well, I'm not going to eat a cold omelet. I got to go. And I love that Jen Fessler like ordered like a cheeseburger and a chocolate milkshake. I'm like, you know, you never see housewives eat like cheeseburger. You know what I mean? I thought that was like humble. You know, I like that. You know, let me get
Erica
a cheeseburger.
Jane every now and then will order like real food.
Oh wait, Erica Jane when she's not too busy passing out from too much Taco Bell. That Erica Jane.
Yes.
I had too much Taco Bell last night. I haven't done Erica in a while. Sorry. Switchback, Tom. Switchback, Taco Bell. Sorry, I forgetting the character. Haven't done Erica in a minute. So should we get to like the meat and potatoes of this episode? The last pretty much 10 minutes of the show, which was the most amazing TV I think I've ever watched.
Yeah, because like I'm gonna have to rewatch that section just because I didn't see where Teresa dropped that earth-shattering of news.
So
It
Teresa's
fell
like,
flat.
hey, everybody's, your heads is going to be spinnings after you hear this. So sit down. I got seatbelts on the chairs, okay?
Not on the chairs.
On the chairs. I got the seatbelts on the chairs. There's 3 seatbelts for every person just in case, all right? And I got
It's an OMA.
So the attorney comes, the lawyer, and they all sit down and they all come in, and the big reveal is that Margaret, according to the attorney, there's proof of Margaret talking to Louis's ex-wife who has a restraining order against him and this, that, and the other, and they can't even say her name, and they have gag orders and this, that, and the other. But the attorney says, oh, Margaret's been talking to the ex-wife in order to get information to harass Teresa. And everybody at the table was like this.
Agreed.
Not one person was like, oh my God, what an outrage. Not even Jennifer. Like, they were just all sitting there like,
Okay,
and you know, I don't know if Margaret's been denying that she has. Who knows if she has or hasn't? I mean, Teresa's definitely been gunning for Margaret pretty much since she's been on the show. Like, let's not forget, it was Teresa that told Danielle Staub to pull Margaret's hair. Like 5 years ago, however long ago that was. So, you know, if I were Margaret, I'd probably be talking to her too, to be honest with you. I you know, clearly Teresa's had it out for me. Like people who have it out for me on YouTube. Then I had to do my homework on certain people. I mean, it's really how that works. You know, so do you guys think that she was talking to the ex-wife?
I don't know if she initially reached out to the ex-wife or the ex-girlfriend, whatever she is, but I think once the Bo Deedle thing happened.
Oh, Bo Deedle.
I think that, like someone we know, that this started making sense to her, and she wasn't crazy for thinking that Louis was out to get her. I think I don't know that she initially contacted her, but I think after the whole Bo Deedle thing.
Hey, Jules.
Hey, Jules.
Hi, Jules.
She's, you know, that either the ex-wife reached out to confirm some of her suspicions or whatever.
I mean, yeah, like I love Margaret. I wouldn't put it past her. I mean, I would have. If it were me and I was in those shoes, I would have. Because if they're trying to take me out, I'm gonna get whatever information I can back on you. I mean, that's what's fair, you know. Right. If you're, you know, and again, Louis did have the Bo Deedle thing where Bo Deedle was doing a smear campaign on Frank Catania and Margaret and Melissa and Joe Gorga. You know, and then he was like so smug about it with his big giant cheeks. I can't stand Louis. Like he is, I hate him. I just don't like him at all. And he was so smug. Oh, me and Bo Dietl. Like, like he thought like he had like, fucking Sherlock Holmes, like doing shit for him. It was just weird. Like, either Margaret or the assistant lady. Oh my God. What's her name? I've met her 100 times. Oh my God. What's her name? Lexi. Sorry. There it is. Lexi. Lexi that follows her around probably talks to the ex, but Danielle was right. It's fair game after Teresa and Jen. Yeah, like, and let's not forget what they did with Laura.
Agree.
You don't hear Laura being mentioned much anymore. Why? Because Teresa and Jen got all they needed out of her. And now, that's it.
Apparently so.
And Laura wanted to be on the show, so she was giving Teresa whatever she asked for.
Right. Including stuff on, the other castmates that weren't particularly true or valid.
I mean, let me see. I'm looking at my notes. And then the golden moment. Let me be clear here. My jaw, it took me an hour to get my jaw off the ground with the wreath. So the doorbell rings, and unbeknownst to Teresa, she gets a delivery. And I looked at it right away. I'm like, that's a funeral wreath. Like, what? Like, because funeral wreaths are very obvious. They're always on that stand. It is what it is. And they're expensive.
She knew it was from, like, do you think Teresa knew?
No. I may have talked to somebody last night close to the scene.
My hubby looked up the cost of one of those. He found $300.
Even if it's just carnations, it's still like, money. But right. No, I talked to someone close to the scene last night, and yeah, no, she had no idea. And that's why when she opened the door, she's like, "Oh, flowers!" But she was thrown off because it is a funeral wreath, but maybe.
I still don't think Teresa still doesn't realize that it was, a funeral wreath.
Oh, there's my Susie Cuto. Hey, honey. Oh God, hold on. I have like a throat. I have a frog in my throat. Give me a second. Talk.
But yeah, the most savage move in the history of reality television. I mean, Marge has some good one-liners. Your husband's in the pool, but this,
I never thought that Marge could trump throwing Marty in the pool. I never thought that could be trumped. I was like, did she just send a funeral wreath that says what did it say?
It said,
"Here's to the death of your dignity. Love, love, love."
And then she uses love, 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 which is Teresa's
loss. Sorry for the loss of your dignity.
And then she goes, love, 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 which is Teresa saying, Marge. I was like, we just watched that? Were we hallucinating? I had to rewatch it 15 times.
And remember Teresa when they asked, what did it say? She goes, "Oh, I don't know. I didn't read it." Yeah, because you saw love, 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 and then
something about the loss of our dignity. And they go, who is she addressed to? And Teresa's like, oh, me and him. And then you notice that James Leonard left like that the second it happened. He's like, I gotta go now.
Yeah, it's like, okay, these bitches are crazy.
The balls Margaret had to do that, like
they're brass.
I wonder if their house is like blocked at the front, like there's a gate you have to try to get through. How did it get all the way up there at the front door, standing there with it?
Didn't Teresa say like it's like 5 acres or something like that? Like in the property?
And I also thought, is there a gate or something? Did he get through the gate?
I don't know. I mean,
what
the
I'm
house
sure
is not.
Teresa thought it was a delivery from Louis.
Oh,
Way to stick it to him, babe. Spill all the Margaret.
Sorry for the loss of your dignity. Love, 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 Marge. I mean, like,
yeah.
thank you to MTT. You should have said that in all my years of Housewives, and I've been watching since day one, since first season OC. That had to have been the ballsiest move I've ever seen. I can't think of anything even close to being on that level.
Yeah, no, never.
Oh, that is gold. I mean, gold. Like, if they fire Margaret, I mean, come on. It was the best shit I've ever seen in my life. It was amazing. I'm trying to think of like other, when Kenya showed up with the marching band at Marlo's event, or was it when did Kenya show up with the marching band? I think Marlo had an opening that was ballsy. But Kenya also got herself fired because she got a little too ballsy. I'm trying to think of like other like outrageous things that I've seen during my years of watching Housewives, like Vicky being carried down the stretcher when they were in like Iceland. Remember, like, they had to take her down and they had her all wrapped up. But that was just Vicky being Vicky.
I think that like Kenya knew she would have been asked to leave the Portia's hair party. But like the fact that Margaret did it when she wasn't at her house, couldn't see the camera rolling, but would capture the, reaction.
And I felt bad for like delivery driver. Like, you could have given him a tip. You didn't, like, she was so mean to him. Get it off my property.
I think no idea. Snickered, and I'm probably sure that Margaret like tipped him in advance. Here, please make sure you give this to Teresa.
That was epic. And Danielle's like, and Danielle's sitting there watching it. And like, Danielle's pro Margaret now. And she's like, yo, that was the most gangster shit I've ever seen. And she's like, hold it together, Danielle. Don't go crazy. Because like, it was great.
Yeah, like I would have, and I know we can't play it, but that's like one clip you wish you could play over.
What, of Danielle saying that?
No, of the delivery, like this whole little clip to play it on YouTube. And I know you can't because you'll get
I know, because Monica played clips when we were doing on her channel of Potomac, and Bravo struck her. I'm afraid I can't take that chance. But I mean, and then they're talking about the girls' trip, and and I love Dolores on this part because so nonchalant, like, negative 15 fucks given. They're talking about the trip, and Dolores is like, oh yeah, by the way, that's not happening. And they're like, why? She's like, yeah, the place that we rented was burnt to the ground, fire. And they're like, huh? Like a real fire? She's like, 5-alarm fire, burnt right down to the studs.
Well, that's an Oma that I've never seen before.
And Teresa, oh my God, this is an ohm, everybody. And Danielle's like, omen.
oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Not to be confused with Oma.
Divine intervention. I mean, it really was. And like, when Dolores told Paulie, she was like, the house burnt down. Like, imagine if we were in it. That was like just about. That's a scary thought. But
I love
like,
the way. Sorry, I love the way that when Dolores is talking to Paulie, how she she repeats back his words the way he says them
Mhm.
with his accent. That is the cutest.
I love that. She's like, "Oh no, don't turn down the thermostat." I love that. I loved how she gave it right back to him. Oh, you're not going to turn on the thermostat. I loved it. I loved it. I'm like, because like I love Dolores.
Yes.
Dolores is like the most humble housewife there is, and
Yeah.
I think she's the most relatable housewife of all housewives ever. She's just like a cool chick, she's down to earth, and she really is the most even-keeled housewife, I think, of all times.
Yeah. And unfortunately, I think the staying neutral just isn't going to work for her anymore. I mean, she's going to have to, because she's very subtly stirring the pot.
Well, listen, I was just at the event with Margaret and Dolores and Melissa and Joe at Frank's store opening back in April, and everyone was there, and there's no signs that Dolores and Margaret are fighting in any way, because I just all saw them there.
Right.
Melissa and Danielle were just here in Seaside Heights on Saturday night. So I think that the team of now Margaret, Danielle, Dolores, Melissa, Rachel, and I think
Fessler?
They're strong, but Fessler's a floater. You could also put Fessler in Teresa's camp with Aiden and Teresa.
Right.
Dolores is a floater too, obviously. Dolores has known Teresa for her whole life. So there's no way that Dolores is never not going to be friends with Teresa. I really just wish. Go ahead.
Fessler also said, though, on Watch What Happens Live, that she realized, like, Teresa lied a lot. And she was like, even though she said, "I swear on my children," she was like, she swore on her children, and then all this information is coming back to her that she lied about this. So
Cody, what are you sending me on Facebook? He keeps sending me messages on Facebook. I'm like right here. Like, why are you sending me messages?
I'll watch them later because I'll forget about them. So
I do
send
the
them
same thing to my
watch
husband.
the Dolly Parton and the B. Arthur.
Look,
thing.
I don't go on Facebook Messenger.
I don't know
I
how.
can't even log into it. Look.
Oh, well, then I don't know. You got a lot of videos to watch. No wonder you have a lot to catch up on.
I can't even log into my Facebook Messenger. Like I have regular Facebook, not Messenger.
It's all the old
And no,
stuff.
do not friend request me on Facebook. It's for people I only know in real life. Okay, so
And clearly not me. Clearly not me. So
you've had to have met me at
Not
least
even his
once to
own
gain
husband.
access to my Facebook account. That's the rule. So.
All right, well, I'm sorry.
But you just like Facebook Messenger, like
I don't know. I just said, can I send it to? And it says John Yates. It gives me the whole list of everybody that I'm friends with.
go make a video. Tell me how much you love it. Go ahead. Go in the
Get
bedroom.
away from me.
Go in the bedroom. Go make a video. Tell me how much you love me. Go
Go to
ahead.
the burn
and make it
down.
sound in the past tense, and that you're going to be away for 15 years.
There's your building
I
right
do
there.
the same, Cody. I do
Build
the same
a
thing to hubby. I send him stuff, but now I have to make note. I have to put a list of them and then send them to him when he gets home because he's at work.
He knows what I'm on. Like, I only look at Facebook to look at my friends from like high school and shit
know
like that.
that.
Like,
I don't know that. I don't know how it sends. It just says, who do you want to send it to? And I show you. So you can
Anyhow.
laugh at it.
so then the house burns down. That's out. And
send them on Twitter.
no, please.
Literally,
I'm kidding. Instagram it is. Okay, I got it.
You don't even have an Instagram.
I don't have any of it.
Text, just send it
Or
in
Twitter.
text, or make a list of them and then.
Oh my god.
so Teresa's only revelation from this burn Margaret is that Margaret was talking to one of the exes, and they have proof
Yeah.
of it.
Well, according to meth clinic adjacent James Leonard, yes,
Okay.
there's proof. But yeah, like Teresa's been screwing with Margaret for years.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm all for Margaret. If Margaret had to talk to the ex, then I'd say amen. I'm fine with it. When people screw with you, and
considering though,
and Teresa has a bunch of giant followers who don't care. Teresa can shit on their face, and they'd be like, "Oh my God, give me more." Everybody has their own group of diehards. I do, right? Like everybody on either TV or social media has their group of diehards that will stand by you no matter what. And I'm grateful for mine because Lord knows I need y'all. But that goes with anything, right? But I don't know. The consensus is, and I look at a lot of pages. I listen to a lot of Bravo podcasts, and from what I'm seeing, people are just over Teresa and Jen Aiden.
Yes, I'm seeing that in same social media. Yep. I think Andy did a interview with somebody, talked to her about it, and she was like, "Just get rid of Teresa and Jen. You don't have to get rid of the entire cast." Just I hope that he kind of looks at the synopsis of what people will do, what will happen if he like reboots the whole thing. I think he's kind of trying to scare people with this. I'm going to just reboot it all because that won't bode well. It won't.
Well, I mean, Bravo can say all they want to that the new Roni is a success.
It's horrible. I never watched one episode. It's horrible.
Yeah.
And I will continue to say that until I see Sonia and Luann and Ramona. Well, maybe not so much Ramona, but I need my New York girls back. I can't watch it. I just like you erase the memory of the show when you
what made the show.
Start what made the show when you fly everybody
watched it.
And it's not the same.
You start over, you're starting the whole show over, and it's like, okay,
and
well,
they'd be making a giant mistake if they did that with Jersey. Like I see what Andy's doing with Atlanta. I could stomach that. Like he kept 4 on, he got 4 new. All right, at least it's not a total
Well, he brought back 2 that we liked. What?
Well, I also think that Andy learned from Roni.
I'm a Portia person. So.
Oh no, I know you love Portia. I don't mind Portia. I don't mind Portia being back. I love
Phaedra too.
Yeah, he likes Phaedra. I don't.
So I got my 2.
Oh, honey, wait.
Listen, I want Nene Leakes back on there, but she won't.
I can't
trust me.
By the time Phaedra's done with her read, I fell asleep 10 minutes ago.
No, I know, but she's sneaky and
Phaedra is like the best person to stretch out a word.
That's why she's a good attorney. She stretches out the whole case.
I can't with Phaedra.
That's why she's a good attorney.
Good thing she's not charging by the word.
And I really like the dynamic between Kenya and Apollo. Remember that shit show back in the day?
They should have kept Kendra on.
Remember when Kenya and Apollo were flirting with each other, and and then Apollo grabbed Kenya and threw her in the pool, and Phaedra was like. Remember that good TV back in the day?
Why you've replaced it?
Well, then I didn't mind Phaedra, but now Candy's off, so it's easier for Phaedra to come back because Candy's gone after the lies, and so Phaedra don't have to worry about Candy. And now she doesn't have to worry about Kenya, and now it's frickin' frack. Her and Portia are back together again. So it'll be interesting to see Portia and Phaedra's relationship again, if they go back to being frickin' frack, or if there's still some animosity because Portia was mad at Phaedra because Phaedra lied to Portia too.
Right.
It's a lot of housewife stuff. Did we cover everything on the show about Jersey? Did we touch base on everything?
We got it down to the very end.
Yeah, I mean, just Gia hanging out with the her mom's
I'm
friends.
with Melissa with Gia. Like, why is Gia involved?
Yeah.
You know, like, Gia is 22. She's not on their level. Like, are things so bad that Gia it has to be like the housewife in training because nobody wants to support Teresa? Gia shouldn't be involved in this stuff.
Right.
I don't think,
especially since there was so much stuff against when was it Jackie said what she said.
Oh, but they don't care
about her, about Gia and everything.
Isn't it funny how that works, Addi? Just like YouTube. Jackie said, the analogy about Gia and and Teresa couldn't let that go for years. But the second Teresa finds out that Jackie and Margaret are at odds, Teresa's like, oh, Jackie, come over, love me. Like,
oh, well, we talked about it and I forgave her. It's in the past. Miss Teresa, who doesn't let yesterday slip past her. Remember,
and what I thought was really telling?
We did this.
Because I'm happy I remember this because Jackie was there the whole time, and Jackie and Margaret were very close. If Margaret really was talking to the ex-wife, which I don't know, I'm on the fence about it if I believe it or not. If she did, I wouldn't mind it, and I understand it. And if she didn't, good for her. But she would have told Jackie. And then when they asked Jackie at the sit-down, well, Jackie, you were best friends with Margaret. Did she ever tell you? And Jackie said no. Wouldn't Margaret have told Jackie? Because Jackie has been trying to take down Teresa for years from her first reunion when she called her Merriam-Webster and said you never wrote a book. And then Jackie told, when did Jackie say it when they were fighting? And Jackie goes, Teresa, oh, did you learn that in prison? And I can't stand that Jackie turned on Margaret because I hung out with Jackie. I enjoy her. And I hate that she did this because Jackie was quick. And I really, I like someone who's quick. But now we're going to find, from the previews of what we're seeing on Sunday's season finale now, Dolores is saying, holy shit, Jackie just shit herself. She's going to need diapers. So go to the car and get some diapers. So clearly Margaret's going to throw Jackie under the bus in a hard way and with receipts. And Jackie's not going to see it coming. And that's my take on it.
Well, I mean, Rachel Fuda has pretty much said that Jackie is the laughing stock of Bravo. Like,
wait, hold on, Wicked.
Receipts, proof, timeline, screenshots, everything.
Sorry, I said receipts. I had to play it. I don't play that clip enough. So go ahead, Wicked.
No, I was just, Jackie is literally the laughing stock of Bravo because if she thinks everyone thinks that this is a genuine. No, Jackie, you're a smart girl. Put those brains to use in your 4 degrees.
Like me,
you're doing what you can in order to get back on the show.
Yeah, and Jackie wants her meatball back. Jersey's the only franchise that they don't hold something. So I always call them that they hold meatballs because they're all Italian. Well, they used to be all Italian, not anymore. But Jackie will do anything to get her meatball back. And yeah, this season finale is going to be something. Hey, Steven.
And aren't they doing some kind of watch party?
They're doing so there's a 2-part reunion, which I can see, but it's not the normal reunion layout. I don't even think Andy's a part of it. If you go on IMDb, it says here. Let me see. IMDb says,
I think Andy said on Watch What's Happened or whatever it's called with Melissa that they're splitting it up into there were two.
Yeah, it's an off the rails reunion. So there's 2 parts of it. Oh no, it's one part.
And
So-
they separated them out into two groups, I think it was,
Yeah.
to watch it separately.
So next week, Sunday is the season finale, and then I guess it's that one part off the Rails reunion, and then that's it, and then game over, and then I guess we'll find out what happens with the cast. I hope to God they don't reboot it. I love Jersey. It brings me joy. I can't lose another franchise because I miss watching New York. I'm a New Yorker. I love New York. And I just don't care about these new people on it enough to watch it. And if they do that with Jersey,
there's a lot to take in as far as, the dynamics with the husbands and just the dynamic of the group itself.
and ratings for New York have been abysmal since the reboot, by the way. I'm not the only person who hasn't given it a shot.
Because you have Bravo celebrities who are basically saying, oh my God, it's so good, because they're being paid to say it.
So what else? All right, so I think we're good. So tomorrow night, we were talking about this before backstage, and I didn't know how to. Tomorrow night, I think we might cover the reunion for the tell-all, I should say, for 90 Day.
I got some stuff I want to say about the tell-all, so.
Yeah, I know, and I haven't even watched it yet, but Cody even told me, and Cody is so anti 90 Day now, he's like, we need to watch it. I'm like, damn it. So I think we'll cover. You watched it?
Yeah.
Did you watch it, Wicked?
I did.
There
were parts that I liked, but I didn't do any earth-shattering stuff right now.
I didn't see it. I didn't watch. I watched the first 2 episodes of this season, and I haven't watched anything since. And I'll watch. You hear what?
I hear that it's supposed to be 5 episodes of the tell-all.
Oh God, no! I'm not doing 5. No. No.
We'll have to do a rapid recap like we did OC.
The reason, John, is because I'll just put it out there. They put them in a house, and everybody knows about it now. But they put them in a house, and they're all together in one gigantic mansion, and it's a whole thing. And there's a lot.
So now they're trying to make 90 Day meets Big Brother. What? Are they doing elimination contests and
they're.
And again, it's ridiculous that they're putting them in a house. But whatever. I mean, TLC is desperate because 90 Day people they don't care about it as much. I know I don't. Lead blogger of that show for 10 years. I can't stand it. But we'll do it.
I will say this without giving anything away. The reunion looks very contrived.
Everything's contrived about that show. That's why I can't watch it anymore.
Right. And I'll say even more so with your friend.
Oh, Angela?
Mm-hmm. I find it. But we'll talk about it.
I love Angela.
I know.
And she loves me.
I like her too. I'm just not buying what she's putting out.
Well, I know there were some rumblings about other people on YouTube talking about me and Angela. I don't even want to, but me and Angela are great. Don't know what to tell everybody. So let's do 90 Day tomorrow night. And then Addi, if you're up to it. Hey, oh my God, where have you been?
There she is. Hi,
where's my niecey been?
I love your niecey. I adore her. We are like friends outside of YouTube.
Nice to see you, sweetheart. Hey, IB man. I'm ending the live. Now you guys are coming into it. I feel bad, but I don't have much more to cover. Addi, maybe tomorrow during the day we could pick up with Scott Peterson.
Yes, I need to get up in the morning and watch. So I won't sleep in. I'll wake up in the morning and watch episode. We won't just go ahead and say that. We'll be covering. You want to do that? Cover episode 2. We've done episode 1.
Yeah, and I'm gonna have to rewatch episode 1 again because that was a month ago.
Or we could just go over what came out. We have something that we need to go over that came out from Scott Peterson. We can take a look at that and then set it up to continue on episode 2. So, you know, I don't know what. Sorry.
That's okay. Honestly, I would like to see, because I know Emily is involved more in the
Baker.
Huh?
Emily Baker?
No, Emily, housewife
From OC?
Yeah, she's involved.
How did you from Scott Peterson to Emily from OC?
Because she's working on the Project Innocent.
Oh yes, you're right. You're right. Oh, I'm like, well, that's a leap. How'd you get from there to there? Like that, like
for the love. Follow me for a sec.
She's working to like help set Scott Peterson like right. The Innocence Project.
I don't know
right?
if she's working. I know that she was working on the Innocence Project since she's no longer, since Shane's practicing law, she's able to take a step back. And so I think she's concentrating more on philanthropic endeavors.
Has Emily talked about Scott Peterson?
She hasn't talked about him, but last season, I guess she had mentioned that since Shane had passed the bar, that she was now able to work more on the Innocence Project.
All right. Yeah, maybe like, you know, I don't know. We'll figure it out off camera, and then
I'll just keep an eye open, y'all, for the next episode.
Yeah. No, tomorrow. So tomorrow night, definitely 90 Day.
It's the tell-all. I mean, it's not like we have to.
And Larissa did get married to that guy, by the way.
I saw that because she's referring to him as her husband. Well, good for her.
So, but I'm waiting.
Pictures were cute.
I'm waiting to hear back from her, and I would love to have her up on my channel. So 98 tomorrow night, and then hopefully during the day we can do Scott. I mean, it is the last day of the month, and I've barely been live this month, and I got to pay the bills, so there's that. This is my business. So if I have to squeeze 2 lives into the last day of the month, I'm going to have to. But for Jersey, I loved it. And I can't wait for Sunday. And I'm sad that Brooklyn couldn't make it tonight. But I'm hoping that when we do our next Jersey recap, we'll have a special guest up. And yeah. Anything else, ladies, that we have tonight?
I'm good.
I think that's all.
All right, then. Addi, I will I'll text you in a little bit.
You will watch Addi Wasn't Lying. Season 8 tell-all has 5 episodes.
No.
I'm telling
There
you.
is no way in hell I will be covering 5-part tell-all. Even when they had the Real Housewives of Atlanta tell-all that lasted 4 parts, I was like, I mean, that was really good, though. And Beverly Hills, it was really good. But I can't.
Maybe we
5-part tell-all? That's ridiculous.
They're living in this house, so they're doing, what was the one? It was on We. Or like couples move into the house. It's like the show that they did down in Florida, but they're all in the same house.
And a lot of them aren't sharing the same bedrooms. We'll just put it a couple.
Right? Why not wait till Christmas? Like shit.
I kind of see a lot of these people maybe are getting set to be on the last resort. That's what I think is going to happen. I wouldn't be surprised.
The tell-all is like the last resort, but we don't get to pick who's on it. You just on it so that.
Wait, so the tell-all that just ended, like this, I guess the first episode of 5, is that in front of Sean?
Yeah,
yes.
Yes.
So is the Sean part now over, and now you have 4 episodes?
No, they'll be doing.
No.
They're going to be, I think what they're doing is they're going to be filming for 5 days with Sean, and they're going to be in the house too. So it'll be a combination of everything for 5 days. That's kind of what I think is going to happen.
Yeah, that's what I got. Where, the last tell-alls were filmed on different days, but they made you think it was all on one day. This time they're not going to do that because no one believed that. It's going to be, I agree with Addi, it's going to be a little bit of both.
Yeah, because the last thing that 90 Day Fiancé needs is another spinoff. Because there aren't enough already.
Well, they have dropped a few, like the Happily Ever After Strikes Back. Where
okay.
Maybe we could do like every other.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna end this. What? Hold on. Cody wants an aside. Hold on.
But it's going to be interesting to see how they do weave this in with the house and stuff. There's going to be a lot of tension between quite a few of them. Like we can see just from the next part for the, especially with good old Ed.
Yeah. Ed's a weasel.
Okay. I have to psych myself up to watch that show now. Members only for catch up. I'll start doing members lives again soon. I just I'm trying to be on YouTube and
Stay straight.
You happy?
stay straight. That's it, man. That's it.
In the straight
And
line.
once I'm more comfortable in my own skin and on this again, then I'll
I
do
think
the-
she's saying, are you going to put this on a members only to catch up?
No.
No,
Okay.
I don't think that's what she's
But
saying.
this
I think
live?
She wants a members only after to catch up.
Oh, okay.
Yo, you want me to do a members only live tonight
I think that's what she's asking.
to catch up with what?
I don't know.
I mean, you could talk me into it,
Nope.
maybe. I just need to know what you want. What you want. I can do a members only live, but what do you want me to talk about? If it's anything about TV, I'd be happy to do it. If it's anything about not TV, no.
Nope.
As Sheree would say, hell to the no, no, no. An after show to catch up with each other.
Oh, so like a chat thing.
Processing in my head. Let me think. But my after shows were always on the middle tier. So the 90 Day Fiancé tier. If you want to do an after show, I can do it. I'll do it tonight. But it's only going to be about TV and our lives and nothing about anything else. So if that's what you're looking for, All right, so yeah, all right, so fine. We'll do an after show. To my members. Okay. It's 10:30. Give me 15 minutes. So
I won't be able to come up with you, but I'll be in the chat.
And it'll be on the middle tier, the 90 Day Fiancé level. I'm good. I can do a quick after show. That's fine. So give me 50. Addi, do you want to come back up and do the after show?
Sure.
Well, that was a real glowing testimonial about how much he wanted to do it. Addi really tried to hide the enthusiasm.
I got no filter. I've always said that. Sure.
I mean, look at the enthusiasm here. I barely want to do it, and Addi says, sure. So, yeah. All right, give me 15 minutes. We'll do a quick after show. And
Poop stories. I'll come back in the chat, but I won't be on live.
All right, y'all. I'll see you in a few minutes. Sans Wicked, but with reluctant Addi. And we'll be back. All right. Bye, everybody. Thank you for being here. Oh, and by the way, thank you for the super chats. Ro, Becky S, Mel B, Jay Freak, and Mel again. Thank you for the super chats. I really appreciate it. And
I think a few people mentioned that they sent Venmos.
And thank you to those ones, Wicked, who sent me Venmos. Appreciate it. Mel. Wait, did I miss something? We're good. Okay. See you guys in a bit. Bye, everybody.
Bye, loves.